right, good morning. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. Get things started here for another New York session. Another opportunity for us to be disciplined traders, elite traders, traders who make money, traders who follow rules. Just a moment here, I'll get things going. All right, that's looking okay. Let's get this live stream up and running. Good morning. Here we are. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Let's do a little overview of where things stand. What's happened overnight. I didn't stream last night. I was out, and so did not host a stream, didn't schedule one. Sometimes that happens. This stream is now live on the live stream page at thebarcelonatrader.com. I need to get my notepad up, so just a moment. Let's see here. Go to my trading journal. And let's see. Now, what is it? Today is August 14th, 2025, and this is the New York session. And now, get this notepad open on my iPad. Get my Apple Pencil. As you know, I like to take notes by hand, journal by hand as we're trading. I then convert my handwriting to text here on Evernote, and then I plug that into my online trading journal. But I like to take notes by hand because, well, one, I don't know, I just kind of find it calming and cathartic to write things down. That little beep, that little ding there was the MT4 connecting, MetaTrader 4. All right, so anyway, I was saying I like to take notes by hand because one, I find it just kind of cathartic and calming, and two, one of the first tells that I'm starting to get emotionally deregulated is my handwriting. You know, I can feel it in my body, of course, but sometimes when I'm distracted with, you know, because that's the whole thing, you get distracted, you don't really realize that you're emotionally dysregulating. And so as I'm taking notes and my handwriting gets more sloppy than usual, I know that, oh, I'm, you know, feeling some tension, and I could be leaving that optimal trading state that I have, and that's not good. I don't want to trade if I'm not in that perfect mindset. So, anyway, kind of reading through my notes here. When I say reading through my notes, I'm just kind of recommitting my trading rules to my subconscious mind before we get started here. I do it before every session. Usually I do it before I click on to YouTube, but right now I'm just going to do it here. All right, so now I'm just kind of going through my checklist, make sure that I have my broker open, Tradeovate, make sure that I have my stop loss set. And here is our friend and mentor, Tono Miakoda.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good, man. How was the concert?
It was really good. It was really
Nice,
good.
nice.
Yeah. Hadn't seen him perform before, and I've known him for a long time.
Right.
He released a song, kind of an early release once through Music X-Ray.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I've thought it was a good opportunity. He played the previous night here in New York, but my wife had something else going on, and of course we were trading.
Right.
So I just said, okay, let's do it on Wednesday night and do it in New Jersey instead of New York.
Kind of a ride, though, isn't it?
Yeah. We didn't get home until after midnight. I'm still I got a little extra coffee.
I hear you.
Let's see. What was I going to do here? I was going to. That's right. I was going to applaud your entry. Feeling okay today?
Yeah, I'm in bad shape, but I'm gonna try and hang out for a minute with you.
All right. Well,
I didn't even go on last night. I just stayed in bed, man, because
yeah.
I feel better when I'm flat on my back.
Yeah.
When I'm up, it pulls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta shake it somehow.
So do you have to have a procedure, or did you already have a procedure of some sort?
No, they're thinking he's going to wait and see. He says sometimes they just pop back in on their own, right? If
Yeah.
they don't, then I'll have to have a procedure because what it does is it strangles the piece that's popped out,
Yeah.
and that can die. You know what I
Oh.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it causes the main problem. But because mine goes in and out, he's thinking that it'll probably won't need any major surgery or anything. It'll probably work itself out.
Oh, good.
But I have to change my diet and stuff for the moment and
Yeah.
just you know, relax. It'll be relaxing.
Right.
Trading is relaxing.
Well, if you do it the way we do it, it's relaxing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. A
Okay.
friend of mine actually had the same thing. He had to have surgery though,
Oh, wow.
because he didn't even know he had it, but he was in so much pain one day, and we were talking. He was like, "Man, I think I'm going to the hospital." I said, "Yeah, go to the hospital, man. You might have a hernia." He said, "No, man, this is something worse." I said, "Go and check it out." Then he called me from the hospital, said, "It's a high hernia, man," and they opened me up. I was like,
Oh.
"What?" Like, yeah, he said a piece of my stomach was cut off. The blood circulation was cut off, and it died inside of him. And he said,
Oh.
luckily, I went to the hospital. I was like, that's crazy, man.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Hope you can
Yeah.
rest over the weekend. And
Let's see if we can make some money. We haven't made anything this week.
this week has been a tough week.
Now, when I was talking yesterday, and I said we got to figure it out. We also have to take into consideration that we trade in the summer months too,
Yeah.
and hopefully it gets better. You know,
Yeah.
when we cross this thing.
All right. I just realized that I don't usually have to do this in the morning because I do it before the Asia session, which is reset up my pivots here on my chart because I don't have today's pivots in, so I gotta do that.
Give me 1 second, all right?
Yep.
Yes, Hercules called me. He pocket dialed me.
Yeah, at 7:30 in the morning.
Like at 7:30. It's probably what 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 afternoon there.
Oh. He's in, where's he, Greece?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's similar to the UK, right?
It's probably
See.
either
I got a clock.
6 or 7 hours difference, so it's either 1:30 or 2:30 there.
Athens is 2:36. Yeah. Like that's an expensive pocket call, man.
Yeah. All right, now let's look at our levels. All right, so yesterday we went up slightly, but pretty much we're still in the range. Same range as yesterday.
Yeah.
But price closed a little bit above where it opened. So I'm just gonna set my pivots here.
What's your second buy at?
Just a second. Let's see. I have a buy at 34.17 and a buy at 34.04.
Got it.
to the analysis here in just a second. I just want to finish getting my pivots in here.
Mhm.
Okay, let's take a look at where things are. If we look at the week so far, put this on the hourly time frame here, we see that it was a naked chart except for pivots, and the vertical lines are the day dividers, each one falling at 6 p.m. or so, where the market opens. And we see that all this week on Monday, we came all the way down from, we started up here at about 3398 or about 3400, and came all the way down to this level here, this blue line that marks last week's low of the week, and that's pretty much where we've stopped. We got below it a little bit on Tuesday for a little while, but it seemed to have held, and we've come right back to the low of the week, which is close to where we are now. On Wednesday, market opened here, came up to the DM4 on Wednesday, and then came back down and ended up right at the DM3. And then today in Asia, we shot all the way up again to the DM4, today's DM4, hit that and have come back down. But if you look, we've really just been ranging between Sunday open, which is this orange line right here. We're stuck between Sunday open and last week's low of the week, essentially. And so here we have our pivots. Every horizontal line on this chart is a pivot. If I bring this to the 15-minute chart, we can see today a little bit better. So last night we came up here, didn't quite make it to the DM4, but got up into that range. Came down in London, back up, and now down into I guess this is the London session that came up and then down into the DS1, and now we're back up here in the range again. Right above us we have the daily pivot point, and right below us we have the DM2, which also coincides with our point of control. The DM2 and the point of control are in the same place, and when you have two pivots or volume indicators that are aligned, then we would say that we have some agreement there that this is going to be an area where price is likely to react. Although it did come down here pretty forcefully, at least on the 15-minute chart. Let's take a look at what that looked like on the 1-minute chart. On the 1-minute chart, we see, we came down here, hit the DS1, popped back up, tried to come back down, retested the DS1 a little while later. It just came right back up. So don't see a lot of reaction here on the DM2, more of a resistance on the way up than I guess it had a little reaction here on the way down, but more as a resistance than a support. Okay, so back to the 5-minute chart here, where I'll leave that. I'll put our indicators back on, so everything that you see here is a naked chart except for pivots and the volume indicator. And boom, there goes our Jackson Pollock. The only thing you need to worry about here are these horizontal supports and resistances that our indicators paint. These swing highs and swing lows, like the swing high here that's purple, the swing low here that's green, and then these little blocks here that form, which is the bear volume and the bull volume down here. Everything else you can kind of ignore, these boxes and these squiggly lines and everything. You can just kind of ignore that for now. I'm thinking about just taking those off the chart completely, because we don't really, I don't really use them that much. At least the way I trade futures, I don't use them. I use them more, and Tono probably uses them more when he trades spot.
Which ones are we talking about?
The moving averages.
Yeah,
the moving averages basically, and some of these swing high, swing low, straight lines. I don't really use those either. We look at what the dollar has been doing. It's also been pretty flat, just kind of ranging here. It's at 97.839. The dollar moves inversely to gold, usually, not all the time, but usually. And same over here with the 10-year treasury yield. On top we have the 30-minute charts, the yield and the dollar, and on the bottom we have the 1-minute charts for the yield and the dollar. The VIX volatility index is stable and down, so we're not expecting a lot of volatility. If I go over here to the greed and fear index, you see that we are at greed, meaning we are at risk on, which is a bearish sentiment for the dollar. And this is our 10-second chart for futures. And if we look at MetaTrader, oh, there it is. MetaTrader here has us, this is the one, the one you see moving now is the Renko. Oops, it's not moving. What's going on? Oh, there it is. Let's get a little lag time there. Okay. That's our Renko. Then over here we have the 1-minute chart, and you can see we're stuck in a range here on this 1-minute chart. We would like to see price get below this support or above this resistance before we trade, and then maybe not, because we have to align it with our other charts and make sure we don't have obstacles elsewhere. This is our 15-minute chart, Renko right there, or Hakanashi, and this is, I'm sorry, that's the other way around. On top we have the 15-minute Hakanashi chart, and on the bottom we have the 5-minute Hakanashi chart. And then if we look at our other MetaTrader 4 screen, if it will react. It doesn't want to do anything right now, so we're going to let it be. All right, we'll come back to that. Now, how did the VIX and the... All right, well, there's our 1 minute, there's our 5 minute. Okay. Here's our 10-second futures chart. See that we're in kind of a downward trend right now on that, but we don't have a lot of strength differential between the dollar and gold. And we see that 55% of retail traders are long right now in terms of retail sentiment. We have news today in about 40 minutes. We have unemployment and core PPI month over month and PPI month over month. Core PPI just strips out food and energy. Either way, we're expecting about 0.2% reading on both of those, and we're expecting about 220,000 jobs created. 220,000 unemployment claims, down from 225 the previous week. So if everything meets expectations, we probably won't see a lot of market reaction to those numbers, except a few, a little spiking and volatility right at the time those numbers are released in about 38 minutes. I'm going to set my time alerts on my watch. So it is 7:52 right now. I want to be alerted at 7:59, at 8:19 for the COMEX Open, 8:29, 8:59, 9:29 for the Equities Open at 9:30, and 9:59, and if we're still around at 10:29 and 10:59. Okay, 7:52. The New York session begins for us. Okay, well, we can see that we are really, well, what happened? There we go. We can really see that we're stuck in this consolidation zone here on the 1 minute chart. I mean, price is barely moving. The question is, are we going to get any movement at all here on the 8 o'clock candle, which is in about 2 minutes and 15 seconds? Or are we just going to stay stuck like this until the news at 8:30?
Probably stuck to the news.
You don't think it will move at all?
I mean, if it does, it'll probably be retail traders doing stupid things as opposed to, institutional traders are actually responding to the news. I'd
Yeah,
rather trade that move than the 8 o'clock news,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
Unless again, a lot of momentum behind it and we can see clear direction,
yeah.
you know. Right now, I don't know what the direction is going to be, so I don't want to be first in. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
I'd rather miss the run and then catch the direction on the next one. That's confirmation.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's good advice. The first mouse, you never want to be the first mouse in. Second mouse gets the cheese.
There's always opportunities. That's the main thing I'm trying to express is that you can miss a trade and it's not the end of the world,
Right.
right? You can miss the trade just to get your bearings straight, to know what the market is doing, and you can catch the second or third or fourth move. Sometimes you might even want to sit out the second move. You know, there's always going to be another opportunity to make money.
Right.
So what happens is we sit here silently, we're waiting for something to happen. The minute you see something happen, you just want to jump right in and take over. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be some type of manipulation where you're going to get caught on the wrong side.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's the 8 o'clock candle right there. 20 seconds ago. All right, well, interestingly, that candle did nothing. I mean, not even a retail reaction, it looks like.
Nothing. I'm interested to see which way it goes because we're right underneath the pivot, which is a hard nut to crack.
Right, this pivot right here, which is the daily pivot. Yep. If we move down, we have some, I mean, we've got some supports that we need to worry about here on MetaTrader, on the 5 minute and on the 1 minute. But we
Yeah.
probably have, better trading on the way down than we do on the way up right now, unless we just happen to really push right through this daily pivot, and then we've got some room to trade on the way up till the WS1.
Yes. Daily pivot has been keeping it under for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 15-minute candles. But the news can easily flip that.
Right. Yep, that's the. Oops, good. Are these candles right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the pivot. All right, now we're moving up. All right, turns out that the 803 was the important candle here. Right up on the pivot now. Can we push through and push through the swing high? All right, it's picking a direction. See how now we're through that little pivot up. Now we're back down on the pivot. getting a direction. Starting to look like we have a direction here, but if we go back to our MetaTrader here, we see here on the 5-minute chart, we're still pushing up against a pretty solid resistance right there.
Yeah. If it breaks it, we might be in the buy.
Alright, so this is the chart we're looking at right now. Waiting for this 5-minute candle to push through this area here and continue to show some momentum to the upside. We might have a buy.
See where that 15-minute candle closes on the daily pivot. It'll give us some inclination as to are we above it or below it. That'll kind of give us a little bit of idea of whether we're on going up or down.
This candle, yep. It's the pivot.
Looks like gold is a tiny bit stronger than the dollar right now.
Yeah, that has been converging over the last few minutes. We want to see divergence. We want to see one of these getting weaker while the other one gets stronger.
Good morning, guys.
Hey,
What's
Rox,
up,
good
Rock?
morning.
Good morning.
What's new and exciting?
What was that?
I said, what's new and exciting?
Man, I've been able to close some trades that I'm very happy about.
That's good.
Yeah.
What do you have on the board? You got more than 4 on the board right now?
Nope. I've got 4 on the board right now.
Perfect. How's Mary doing with hers?
She's got nothing on the board, man. She's making her goals. She's making me look like a fool.
No, you know what it is, man? My wife, like I told Mike, my wife's a better trader than I am. Even though I
Yeah.
taught her how to trade. They just got The women have something special, man. They don't take the risks that we take. You know, we're risk takers. I'm telling you.
Fucking testosterone.
Yeah.
Yeah. We always got to. We have to prove something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know.
Did you see that article I sent you last night, Tono, about ChatGPT?
Yeah. Crazy, man.
That is crazy. Do you subscribe to the Times, Rock?
To the Times, to New York Times? No, not
Okay.
anymore.
I'm gonna send you an article that is just insane.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, let me find it here. Talking about how ChatGPT convinced an otherwise sane man, in his mid-40s, that he had stumbled upon a mathematical formula that could change the world. And ChatGPT was, the guy, ended up getting kind of addicted to the conversation, ended up chatting with ChatGPT for something like, I don't know, 300 hours or something like that, in which he wrote 90,000 words to ChatGPT, which is like a novel length, and ChatGPT, like 1 million words. And the guy, hang on, I gotta find this, sent his conversation to the New York Times, like the whole thing. And if you read the article, you don't, you get the impression that the guy is pretty sane, and he was doubting ChatGPT and saying, are you sure about this? Like, come on, like, I'm a guy who,
wow.
I didn't graduate high school, and like, how am I going to come across a mathematical formula? And ChatGPT was like, yeah, this is how it's done. People who are within the system don't learn how to think outside the box. And hang on,
that's insane. That's like Her, that movie Her.
Yeah. Well, that's nothing. A friend of mine was being sued, right?
Yeah.
So he called me and said, because I used to do, anyway, legal analysis back in the day, right? He called me and said, can I help him with it? And I said, yeah, I can help you with it. I said, show me what you have. So he sent me over his brief that he did, because he wasn't hiring a lawyer, so I said, let me go over everything. So everything looked really good. I said, this is great. I mean, with these case laws, says already set precedent, you won't have a problem. I said, but let me just look it up. So I got another friend of mine who's an attorney. He let me log on to what's called Westlaw. I don't know if you're familiar with it or not. It's for attorneys that they look for case laws to build the case around. So I put in the case law, the Jones versus whatever, Westinghouse, whatever it was, and I put all these cases that he had that ChatGPT helped him with. They didn't exist.
Oh God!
Wow.
It made up scenario cases in his favor.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Holy crap.
And he was going to use them in the lawsuit.
Like in Jones versus Walter, so and so, like 1985.
Exactly. And it looked, I said, Dad, you got no problem here, man. I said, well, let me just double check, because I want to read the whole case. So I don't want to read what you just put in. So I said, I called my guy, I said, can I get on your case, Westlake? He said, yeah. So I said, where'd you get these cases? I said to the guy, where'd you get the ChatGPT? I said, really? So these lawyers paid $2,000 a month for access to Westlaw, right? Something like that. And now you can get it for free with ChatGPT. That's crazy. So I said, let me just compare it. So I went on, the guy said, none of these cases exist. I was like, what? They're just made up cases.
The precedent that he was going to use for his defense just didn't exist.
Didn't exist. It was in his own mind, because he whatever he told ChatGPT gave him what he needed to satisfy himself. It wasn't real, I was like, that's crazy, man.
This article is absolute. It's long, but it's You know, it reads like a novel. It's like, wow.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Nice.
Now, it might have been Terrence Howard.
Right.
You know, the actor.
Yeah, well,
He's-
yes, he
he's-
thinks he has the key to the universe, the key to the theory of
Yeah.
everything. Look at this. We're getting some movement here. This might be we've got you know, 12 minutes before news, so that if this gets below this support here with some decisiveness, or starts moving through it with decisiveness, we might have a sell here.
Yeah. You know who Neil Tyson deGrasse is, right?
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, yeah. Well, he said Terrence Howard wanted to meet with him, and he said, "Well, I'm really busy, but send me over the information." So he sent it over to him. He said, "The guy is so off, right?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And Terrence Howard got so angry with him. He said, "Just because you think something is correct doesn't mean that it is correct." You know?
Right. We have 1 minute for the Comex Open here at 8:20. I saw Neil deGrasse Tyson's, you know, debunking of Terrence Howard's theories, but I didn't see Terrence Howard's reply or response to it. But I did see Terrence Howard on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan also had a guy named Eric Weinstein on to contrast Terrence Howard's theories. But Eric Weinstein
Right.
is another crackpot. But Eric Weinstein did kind of debunk Terrence Howard's theories, but also Eric Weinstein has his own problems with being respected in the physics community. He's just not.
Right.
I thought Terrence Howard should have won an Oscar for Hustle and Flow. He was good in that.
Yeah. He didn't win an Oscar for that?
No, he was nominated. He should have
Going
won.
up.
Yeah, we rejected off that.
See how, yeah, you see how that psyched everybody out, thinking it was going to go down.
Yep.
It didn't do it.
Yep, it hit that.
Yeah, went up.
Bounced
That's
off.
why you just got to sit back like a sniper and wait for the right shot to take. I think next week I'm going to focus 100% on spot gold.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been neglecting it so badly, and I need to build up some gas real quick. It's very difficult to focus on spot gold when you're looking at the smaller time frames.
Yeah.
We just can't get back up to 34.10. What's taking us so long?
On spot or on futures?
Yeah, on spot.
Yeah. Well, where are we now? We're at 33.54.
On Tradeovate, I don't see where the market is. Is there something I need to click on?
You should have a. You mean you can't see your candles, or what? What do you mean?
Well, I can see the candles, but you know, on the market side where it tells you 3403, 3404, it
Oh,
doesn't show you where the actual market is.
yeah.
There should be some type of line or something that says this is where the market is.
Let me show you here on my screen. Just a second here. I don't know if you have yours set up the way that I have mine set up, but let's see. Let me move you here. So I have that right up here on the left, where I can see the price, the bid, and the ask right there.
Oh, okay. All right. Got it.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're just looking at the grid here.
Yeah, but see where the grid is?
Yeah.
There should be a line that fluctuates up and down that grid.
Like with price, like right here, like going like this.
With the exactly, yeah.
Yeah. I don't have that on. I'll have to look. I'll have to figure out how to put that on here. Let's see. Could it be over here in indicators? No.
Settings, maybe. Let me see. Order fill, price level, maybe.
All right, we have 4.5 minutes for news.
There it is. It's
Where?
when I put show all, it shows it.
Show all.
Like go to where you saw indicators, and there's a thing that says settings.
Indicators.
Right next to indicators.
Oh, yep.
Let me make coffee.
All right, we have about 2 minutes for news. Let's bring our news feed over here.
Let's see what it goes. What are we doing? What we're doing? One minute for news. The news that will move the market. Now, you know that these unemployment claims released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the commissioner got fired a couple weeks ago because Trump didn't like the jobs report. So it's hard to know if we can trust these numbers. Right.
Right.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. So, I mean, what do you even say to that?
Yeah. We'll see how the market reacts.
Well, he could have given the job to himself.
Right.
So,
okay, look at that.
boom.
Big spike down. Let's see, at least on futures. Yeah, and on spot, everything's going down, down, down.
Everything's going down.
So, yep, there were unemployment claims must be much lower than projected. CPI and PPI are both much higher than expected. So inflation is up.
Right.
Yeah, that's what's doing it.
Inflation is up?
Yep. Unemployment is down. Unemployment is meeting expectations. So we have a very inflationary news for inflation. And so the dollar has shot up and gold down. Let's see if that stabilizes. So now I think that might put in jeopardy whether there's a rate cut next week. That was almost 1% inflation month over month. That is huge. That is way higher than expected.
Ow. That
Consumer price index and core CPI that strips out energy and food was the exact same as regular CPI. All right, this might be worthy of us turning on a little Bloomberg and seeing what's going on here.
Yeah.
You guys up for that?
Yeah, it's heading back up.
Yeah, man. Right after Dick Clark,
some of the
we
goods
should
are
have
now coming
Bloomberg.
in with those tariff prices in a way that they could have avoided with pre-orders and inventory maybe a month ago.
Equities pulling back by about a third of 1% on the S&P 500 in response to this economic data. Labour market's okay based on jobless claims. We can talk about continuing claims in a moment, but it's really PPI driving this price action. And after 2 days of outperformance on the Russell, what happens? We're down about 1 percentage point at the moment on Russell futures. In the bond market, not seeing a major move. I've got to say that. This is not a big move relative to the rally we've seen at a 2-year. If you think the 2 years come down by, let's call it 30 basis points over the past few weeks, big move after the payrolls, and yet still you get a hot print on PPI. We're only about 3 basis points higher on the session.
So how much is this a market that's looking at potential political influence in the Federal Reserve? How much is this looking at a Fed that is willing to look through any firming up of inflation in the short term? And how much is this specific components? Again, I keep going back to that because the components are important. When I saw the core CPI on Tuesday, I thought, oh, this is a concern. And then you look at the components, and they're more volatile, so people could dismiss them. Here, are people able to dismiss it in the same way, or is there something else at play? To your point, John, the fact that you're not seeing that much of a move at the front end, but you're also not seeing that much of a move at the long end, doesn't indicate that this is a market that thinks that this is going to be a protracted inflationary push that's going to really affect the Fed's policy and, frankly, bond policy going forward.
With us around the table, Neela Richardson of ADP, just to break down where we are in the economy. Neela, let's start with not just the data this morning, but the setup at the moment. As you look across your dashboard, what do you see?
Well, what we're seeing is an economy that continues to chug along. Hiring momentum is slowed. I think that's clear. There's been some stasis in the labor market. But overall, when you look at the things that I look at, like are companies cutting hours? No. Are wages plummeting? No. Actually, they're staying pretty well formed and really, really steady. And so even though we're seeing a slowdown in the momentum, the underpinning of the labor market continues to be solid enough to support consumer spending. And we'll get retail sales out in a bit. We'll get some confidence data out in a bit. This inflation surprise is something that should be considered with a whole bunch of other data that was leading up to this point showing no smoking gun when it came to tariffs and inflation. So the big picture is it's an economy that continues to perform. It's just not as dynamic as we're used to seeing.
Ira Jersey of Bloomberg Intelligence is just working through the details of that PPI report. I'm going to cross over to him in just a moment. Just to come to you just quickly on what we're seeing with inflation. Is it too early to draw conclusions here based on the data we've had so far? And will it be too early at Jackson Hole, too early at the next Fed meeting?
Some conclusions are going to have to be drawn because decisions have to be made. But it's really going to be a matter of perspective. So those components, as Lisa mentioned, of the PPI are going to be so important. Because when we look at the CPI, the inflation triggers were all in the services. It wasn't like the goods sector was screaming inflation. Those final goods aren't showing it yet, at least yet. Those intermediate goods, the wholesale goods, that's where a tariff could bite as the goods are being built and formed. And we might see that in the wholesale prices and the producer prices an increase. So maybe this is the first time, maybe it's just a one-off. We won't know, but we have to look at the complete complexion of the economy. At least some people do, in order to make those rate decisions next month.
We're trying to do that right now. We can do that with Ira Jersey of Bloomberg Intelligence. Ira, you've been looking through the details, sir. What stands out to you? What's behind this big upside surprise this morning?
Yeah, so it's not necessarily the goods sector that's driving a lot of this. So you saw a big increase in the services PPI here with a 1.1% increase month on month. That was negative a little bit last month. So you had this big shift toward services increasing, in particular trade. So some of that could be from import prices. If you think about the pass through from shipping and things like that are going to be goods that are going to be tariffed. So maybe this is suggesting that there might be a little bit of margin contraction, and like you mentioned, not a huge move in the front end of the bond market, but it's still 5 basis points from where we were right before we received the number. I think retail sales tomorrow will wind up probably being even a little bit more important to the bond market than this particular number. But certainly, 50 basis point move in September might be taken off the table with worries about inflation ticking up a little bit here.
It's not just that, Ira, and I'm glad that you broke it down and understood to see that it's coming from services kind of mimics what we saw in the CPI. It's also the initial jobless claims coming in at the somnolent 224,000. Even continuing claims came in a touch. These are the people who keep receiving unemployment benefits. Where is the impetus for the Federal Reserve to need some sort of emergency rate cut, given the fact that this doesn't seem to point to any kind of massive dislocation in the labor market?
Yeah, keep in mind, the claims numbers have been relatively steady for years now, and but so remember that's only one side of the equation, right? That's the firing side. So it's really how many new people are entering the workforce and are going to be then hired by firms too, because at this kind of pace, you'd wind up with pretty massive layoffs actually if there's not someone hired on the other side those initial jobless claims. So, and you have seen a slowing in that. So it has to be the job market, right? The Fed to cut, certainly to cut more than 25 basis points in September, would require a really disastrous kind of non-farm payroll number, I think. Now that being said, just the slow.
Hmm.
Was there any more news today?
I don't think so. Let me look.
I don't think so.
No, there's a couple FOMC members speaking later today. One,
Taking a sell.
all right. Tono just got into a sell.
Yeah, but hold on, because it's against me.
Okay, there's one tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, there's an orange folder. President Trump speaks at 1 p.m. Okay. That could do just about anything.
Well, Trump, I think, is meeting with
Yeah.
Putin tomorrow, so I wonder if that is his speech after the meeting or before. Probably after.
No, today he's meeting. Today he's speaking at 1 p.m.
Oh, today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then tomorrow, let's see. Yeah, it's not saying anything about. Yeah, tomorrow there's two meetings, 8:30 and 10.
Like 80. I hate summer trading. There's just not enough meat on the bones.
Yeah.
you doing?
I'm taking a buy.
Yeah, what's he on it? But looks a little funky. Nice.
What the hell?
Outlook is great.
Huh?
What happened?
I got stopped.
What happened?
I got stopped.
But didn't it go on profit?
No.
What?
Yeah, that's weird.
I made 90 off of it, and I got in after you.
Yeah, it did not go into profit for me.
Something's going wrong with your system because I got in after you
Yeah.
and made $90. So you should have made at least $150 off of that trade.
Yeah, I did not. Yeah.
That's weird. I'm in again.
Oh, man. What the fuck? That seems to be like a tech issue, right, Mike?
I don't know. I don't
The
know.
end of the company? Yeah, like that's insane.
I think there was just some volatility there, and it didn't
Mm-hmm.
show the profit to me, but yeah, I don't know.
And that's on delete, right?
Yeah.
Mary was just telling me she fixed a chart just because Tono showed her one time how to do it. Tono has showed me 17 times how to do it. I still can't do it.
Go to the. Oh, I didn't send you the new link to the course, did I?
No, not yet. No.
All right, I'll send it to you today. It's ready.
Thank you.
It'll show you how to build out your charts.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, yeah. I've made 8 pips so far.
Nice.
Now it's deciding to screw me over.
Man, screw me.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. I let some profit go. It was showing me 70. I thought I was going to go a little further.
Just got a thing that says producer prices rise more than forecast as core inflation hits 3-year high. 3-year high in July.
You're selling on the pivot, Mike.
Oh, shit. Yep.
You gotta be careful of that.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't selling on the pivot. I wasn't selling on the pivot.
You sure? Because I heard it go off and it was like near 51, 50.
No.
won't leave this pivot.
Nope. It was stuck.
All right, it broke above the pivot. Let's see what it wants to do. Come right back down.
All right, let's see what we have here. We are coming back up on the daily pivot, which is right
Come on,
here.
come on, come on.
Go ahead, sing that song, Rock.
Man.
Rock thinks he's at the racetrack. Come on, number 9. Come on, number 9, number 9.
And a buy out of sell, doing better. Yeah.
Coming up on 907 here. Feels like it wants to come back down and back down to the pivot again, back down to the DM2.
Yeah.
For the first few days after I put this stop loss in, this automatic stop loss in, my win rate was pretty high, 75-80%. And now I'm not sure what I'm doing differently.
What's it now?
Now it's 50 at best.
How many trades have you taken today?
3. Lost 2 of them.
And how many have you won and lost? Lost 2?
Lost 2, yeah.
Okay. Well, I would say you lost 1 because that 1 trade was actually a winning trade. Something happened to your system that didn't give you the money
Right.
because you got in before me, and I wind up getting $80 or $90 out of it.
Yeah.
So there was something funky going on the lead that didn't happen on Top Step.
Yeah, something weird happened there. I was already not counting that one.
Okay. Seems like it's burning out.
Yeah, it's really slowed down here. We've got about 16 minutes for the equities open. We have parity in strength between the dollar and gold.
Yeah.
Not wanting to do anything today.
Yeah. This act a little shady. The 55 right under the daily pivot. It's just like torture.
Yeah.
Feels like a Monday.
Uh-huh.
Every day feels like a
Right.
Monday
Yeah,
recently.
it's
It's awful.
gotta break through this resistance. It's getting there. Yeah, there
Been
we
trying to
go.
break that daily pivot for a minute. Just
Uh-huh.
can't seem to do it.
Yeah, it keeps bouncing back.
Got some momentum now to the downside. Down to the DM2.
Oops. See if we can push through here and get into a cell. try to go.
What happened?
See, is there a cell here?
Break, yeah, did break. Yeah.
Yeah, finally. All right, we have 1 minute for the equities open.
Excited about that.
I like that move, but I'm not getting into anything 10 seconds before the equity open. There it is, 9:30. Would have got stopped out.
You were going to take a sell, right?
I said I liked that move, but I wasn't going to get into it just before the
Oh.
equities. Yeah. Have you been buying and selling in silence over there, Tono?
No, I'm just watching. I'm still up 220, so I don't want to lose anything. So I
Yeah.
can't really put my finger on what's happening today. So I'm
Yeah.
not gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just I put in a couple of pendings. I took them out. Put a couple of pendings, took them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just it's just too iffy for me. I don't feel comfortable. It's just a kind of a weird day
Yeah. Yeah.
for trading, that is. And the sells or the buys that I were going to put in, I was wrong each time.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I said, let me not do it.
Yeah.
You know, just like just now, I would have put in a buy and it would have turned around on me.
Mm.
So it's really iffy today, man. Tricky, tricky, tricky. And it just moves just enough to make you lose money
Yeah. Exactly.
or
Yeah.
not want to be in it. So as soon as I could see some kind of clear movements with some momentum, I'll jump in and try and get a couple $100 more. But the risk's just not worth the reward right now for me. Are you break even yet?
No, I'm down. I'm down to 220.
220.
Yeah.
It's a really, really weird day, man. I mean, clearly it's down. It's on a downtrend right now, but it'll move
Yeah.
up those 2 or 3 pips and wipe out your profit
Yeah.
just like that.
Yeah.
first. Wow, what is it doing? It's doing nothing.
Yeah.
Trying to check if this account is active. Just throwing it by. Oh, it is. All right. Interesting. So I have an older account here that I did not think was active anymore, and I just switched to it and saw that it had a balance in it, and I thought, well, let me see if that's active, and it is.
Also a reset.
Yeah, I guess so. Yep. So what, we're going up now?
It's creeping.
Back up to the DM2.
You mean, yeah. This day sucks, man. Oh, it sucks. There were opportunities, but they weren't A+ opportunities, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
dollar is almost twice as strong as gold.
Whoa.
There's just too much clutter here. I mean, we've got the low of last week, the value area low. Yeah, there's just...
Yeah.
All right, Tono, I'm gonna file a customer service complaint with the market makers.
Tell them they owe us for
Yeah,
today,
yeah, yeah.
right? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I want my money back. You call this a market?
I read that article, Mike, kind of.
Oh,
It's
isn't that
pretty
funny?
disturbing.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Man, it's better to, I mean, be interested in girls and whatnot. Talk to a girl, not Chat GPT. God. Like every time I turn my phone on, the Chat GPT is like, "Can I do anything for you?" I'm like, "No, man.
It does? It asks you that?
No." The thing comes up, Gemini or something, whatever's inbuilt on the phone.
You have an Android?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Mike,
like,
you realize we can't be friends with Rock anymore, right?
oh, right. That is all my friends. That is all my friends. That they're just like, you, because of you, our pictures come up all warped on the text loop, and
That's funny.
yeah. But hey, Android's not the one who just kissed Trump's ring.
No, listen, we are definitely slaves to iPhones, man. To
Oh yeah.
Apple. No question about it.
Technology's never been a friend to me, man. It's just.
Well, this was a dud of a day. I made 210, but it wasn't a good day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should have been better. Could have been better. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
This chart just kind of shit all over itself.
Yeah. You gonna stay on, Mike?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay until just after 10, I think. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna call it a day. Rock, be well, man.
Thank you,
Tell Mary
Tono.
we said
You
aye.
as well.
Aye,
Yeah.
Have a good one, Tono.
Absolutely.
See ya.
You got
Bye,
it, buddy.
Tono.
You see how long it's taking me to disconnect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the mouse. It takes that
Oh
long. It's
no.
taking this long for me to control my own mouse.
Wow.
I hear it.
It's not a decisive move, but that's as big a move as it's made in a while.
Yeah, that kind of sucked.
Oh, Jesus.
Going against you?
So close.
Mm.
No, I mean, it's just, I've been waiting for it to come down to that level, and I closed Mary's trade before I closed mine, but it's okay. I want to make a couple pips on it, not just close it. So, yeah.
It's too early to refill that medicine.
Yeah. Woohoo! Come to daddy. There we go.
That's the move you were looking for?
Yeah. Woof. Whoa, what is this? Move we were all looking for. Yeah, baby.
I have no idea why they.
Were you able to recoup a little bit?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, I
I'm,
told
I'm I'm still down just a little bit.
5:35. Market is like,
A little bit? Okay. Yeah.
but you got it at 5:37.
I'm talking to Mike.
Oh,
Yeah,
Feels
I'm,
like-
I'm still down a little bit, but I think if I get you know, one more move here, I'll be all right.
Oh, good. Okay.
so are you coming?
stay. And ask you.
Come on, Zoe, what do you want? So, just.
Oh, thank you. Damn, it's making some moves.
Yeah, it's just retracing here off of that cell.
Is that? Did he get his shot yet? Okay. August. Okay. Does he have the fans yet? With the hat? Oh, you've got the.
I've got the hat, I've got the fan, got the ice pad.
That's why the dog is gay.
Oh, that's what I was thinking this.
Dog is gay.
We need is that red.
Tell you in a second. Yeah.
And your contacts are in.
Okay. No, because the dog travels with us. Mary has made it a point to make him look so gay. He's got a hat. He's got fans on that hat. He's got sunglasses. Yeah, and he's got a stroller. I mean, shit. What? I mean, there's nothing wrong with a gay dog, Mike.
Yeah, I didn't think there. I didn't say there was.
Yeah. Wow. I've seen nuns get more action.
All right, I just ended up a little bit, so I think I'm gonna be done for the day.
Did you? Oh, wow. Those small little things added up, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
These past two little trades. That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
That's the cool thing about I feel like futures.
Well, you can go down just as easy as you can go up.
Yeah, for sure. Long time ago. We haven't gotten that food in a long, long time. I think it's been like 6 days. Yeah, take some of that bread out of the freezer. Yeah. Oh my God, really? Yummy. Oh, I know. Okay. Well,
Today, but
yeah. I want to get that olive oil. It was from Chelsea Market. Yeah.
oh yeah, next time you go.
Yeah.
So, too, but I think I'm okay. Do you want a peanut butter and chocolate sandwich?
Yeah. It's that vegan Nutella, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Sign me up. The whole reason I go to the gym. Okay, then.
It's just full.
Do you want me to order some?
Yeah, let's eat it now. We have more.
Yeah, but we should work.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, this is like a tablespoon we should eat for dessert.
So yeah, let me order some though. You were about to eat it just now. Tomorrow should be intense, huh, Mike?
I don't know. What's the news tomorrow?
Two meetings. Hold on. Let me see.
Core retail
No,
sales,
no.
retail sales, and University of Michigan consumer sentiment and inflation
Yep.
expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean two opportunities for news to impact the market, but I don't know. This summer trading is just it's awful. It's awful.
Yeah.
It's just so slow, and the moves are so jerky. And
yeah.
I'll be glad when we get into September.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
Where are we? Wherever you want to trade for $90.
Mm.
think I'm gonna call it.